Alright, how's it going everybody? It's McQueen. In today's video, we're going to be getting Agent Star. He's here, his final mission's dropped. All we gotta do is complete 5 challenges on Davy Jones locker difficulty, and then we'll be able to get Secret Agent Star and a secret chest on top of it. He's a line unit, okay. His stats don't look too crazy to be honest. They look decent, not too crazy, but we'll have to get him, fully max him out, and see what's going on with him. Alright, so we're here in our first challenge run. I have Tiny Task open. We're gonna macro out the 5 runs, and then we'll come back when we have Agent Star with Secret Formula fully leveled up to level 50, and then we'll do some tests and see how good he is. Alright, we're back. We got all our missions done. Now all that's left to do is to claim. Oh, is this him? It's him! Secret Agent Star! Oh my gosh, look at this guy. I've been waiting so long for this. I'm so excited. Alright, let's just take a look at him. 1500 to place. There he is. Secret Agent Star. 3500 damage. 1.3 cooldown. And 22 range. Alright, we're back. We got Secret Formula on him. We got him level 50. His damage jumped up quite a bit. It was, I believe, what, 3500 to begin with? His cooldown was 1.3 and his range was 22. So his stats went up a decent bit. He's looking solid. I'll say he's looking solid. I'm gonna have to see what he looks like in game. I think we're just gonna take him into Davy Jones locker. I want to see him in some of the hardest content in the game. See how he does in there. So we'll be right back. Alright, so we're here in Davy Jones locker. I've got this guy ready to place down. Look at how cool he looks, man. This guy is so awesome. It does kind of suck that we can't get a shiny Wumbo version of him. I really do wish that we could get this guy shiny Wumbo. He would look even cooler than he already does. Like, he'd probably be as tall as me, if not taller. But it is still cool that we have this guy in the game. Patrick really needed some love. We did have Dream Patrick, who was super busted when he came out, but they actually nerfed Dream Patrick a little bit. I don't even think he's the best legendary anymore, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Patrick really did deserve some love, I guess, is my point. Are we going to get... I was going to say, are we going to get enough money? Okay. Oh, wait a second. I have to put on Tower VFX so we can see what this guy's attack looks like. Okay, wait a second. That's really cool. What the heck? Get another one right here. I'm like afraid we're going to lose over here. Okay, sell this guy. Get this guy up front. There we go. Wait, this attack animation is so cool. What the heck? That's really awesome. I really, really like that. He is a line unit, so it's kind of a disadvantage. Remember, line units are not the craziest. But I will say, it does look like he has a really nice attack animation. It's super fast. Looks like it's a decent width, so it's going to hit, you know, a decent amount of stuff if you have him placed well. I'm not going to lie, we're struggling a little bit here. He's struggling a little bit here, guys. I don't know if this is a good sign. My placements weren't the best, to be fair. Like, my placements could have been way better, but we're struggling. We are struggling. The lag does not help. We are struggling. I'm afraid to turn the speed up. I feel like we'll lose. I mean, his stats are looking really nice. I want to have one placed down that's not upgraded. I'll probably do that in Endless. That way we can see just like what he looks like fully maxed out. Okay, so we lost on Wave 6. I'm not going to lie, that is not very impressive. Planktonomore did way better than that, so we're going to go back in, see if we can get something a little bit better, because I expect this guy to be better than Planktonomore, I'm not going to lie. So let's go back in. Okay, so I've managed to get this guy fully upgraded. We're on Wave 6, which is as far as we made it last time. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. This guy is not making it past Wave 5 or 6. I got one of them fully upgraded, and this guy still is not making it past. That's kind of sad, I'm not going to lie, because Planktonomore was able to make it to, I think it was like Wave 9, but that was on Flying Dutchman's ship, and he's a lot cheaper to place, but still, I don't know. I'm expecting more of this guy, so not very impressed by his performance in Davy Jones' locker. I think this guy, as a unit with other units, is probably fine. But him by himself, not super impressed. I'm going to use him and like one other strong unit maybe just to see if him fully upgraded, like both of him fully upgraded, plus another strong unit can get it done. All right, so I just want to talk about this real quick. I'm using one Granny SquarePants for Jellyfish Jam, and then I have an Olympian Bob fully upgraded, and two of these guys fully upgraded. If you look at his stats and then you look at Olympian Bob's stats, their stats are actually pretty similar, right? Like 19,800, 0.5 cooldown, whereas this guy has 21,000, 0.4 cooldown. So more damage, a little bit quicker attack, but his range is lower. The big difference, though, is that this guy's a line unit. And I did say I think this guy has probably one of the better line attacks. I like his animation, I like the attack. But even with that being said, line units still kind of suck for the most part. Like, line is just not very good. Full AoE is really what you want to be. You're at such a massive advantage if you're full AoE. Like, for example, if this guy's attack was a full AoE, like let's say he did this just around the whole circle, this guy honestly might be better than Olympian Bob. Genuinely. Like, his range would be a little bit lower, but he'd be doing more damage than Olympian Bob. So, what do I think about this guy? Honestly, I don't think he's that crazy. I think he looks super, super cool, right? This guy looks awesome. Super awesome. I'm glad they added him. I think if this guy would have dropped before they did the massive changes to all the units, all the big buffs, this guy would have been a pretty cracked unit. This guy would have been like probably a top 10 unit in the game. The fact that they massively buffed all the units means that this guy is nowhere near as good as he would have been. This guy, I don't want to say he's mid because I don't think he's mid, but he's not like anything special either. So like, is he mid? This guy might be mid. I have a hard time saying he's mid because I feel like based off of stats, he should be similar to Olympian Bob. But if we look at what Olympian Bob is doing, this is just one Olympian Bob with 8 million damage. Both of these guys combined are at like, what, like 4 million? One Olympian Bob has basically doubled these guys' damage. And like, even though their stats are so similar. And it really just comes down to the fact that these guys are a line character, they're not a full AoE. Oh man. Honestly, after looking at how much damage they've actually done, I think he's mid. I'm just gonna say it. I don't think he's that good. It kind of hurts me to say it because I was really, really hoping this guy would be super cracked. I think if this guy, like I said, I think if this guy would have came out before the massive buffs, I would have been super excited. But honestly, this guy is pretty mid. If this guy was full AoE, okay, we'd be talking. But the fact that he's a line unit, like, Olympian Bob isn't even that crazy. Before the buffs happened, Olympian Bob was super cracked, like top 5 unit in the game, sure. After the buffs, Olympian Bob, if you don't know, didn't get buffed along with all the other characters. So because of that, Olympian Bob after the buffs is not mid, as you saw. He basically just, I don't want to say soloed that Davy Jones, but he hard carried that Davy Jones run. Olympian Bob is not mid, he's very good, but he is nowhere near as good as he was before. Secret Agent Star, based off that performance, I don't feel like he's bad, but he's definitely mid. Like, he got carried by Olympian Bob. There's no way around it. He 100% got carried by Olympian Bob. Even though their stats are so similar, like, the fact that he's a line character just holds him back so much. But with the Davy Jones locker section out of the way, we're going to go into Endless and see what this guy can do in Endless, see how far he can go. I'm going to be honest, I'm not super optimistic based on his showing here, but there's only one way to find out. We'll be back. Okay, so we're here in Endless. Real quick, I just want to look at his stats fully upgraded and then not fully upgraded. So not fully upgraded, he's at 10,500 damage, 0.6 cooldown, and 42 range. Fully upgraded, he's going to be at 21,000 damage, 0.5 cooldown, and 56 range. So his range goes up a decent amount, goes up 14. That's okay. That's not bad. That's respectable. His cooldown really doesn't go down much at all. I know it's already pretty short, but I'd like to see it go down a little bit lower than 0.5. And I mean, the damage upgrade is pretty sizable. He basically doubles his damage. But I don't know, man. Even with that being said, it still doesn't quite feel like enough. Like, I feel like this guy really needed to be either a full AoE unit, or B, he needed to have higher stats. And I know every unit that gets released isn't going to be a full AoE unit because obviously we need to get other types of units in the game. But like, they need to do what they did with Dungeon Master or Bullworm then, where they just give them insane stats. Like, that's what you have to do in order for them to be good. Their stats have to be crazy. This guy had to be doing like 30k. I'm telling you, this needed to be like 30k. I know that on paper this looks way better than it actually is. Like, look at how he performed in Davy Jones' locker. His stats are extremely similar to Olympian Bob's, yet guess what? Two of him did basically half of the damage that one Olympian Bob did. Even though on paper his attack is higher and his cooldown is quicker. You see what I mean here? On paper, the stats aren't all that matters. What comes down to it at the end of the day is it a full AoE unit? If yes, its stats can be a lot lower and it will be cracked. If no, its stats need to be crazy in order for it to be cracked. With that being said, I'm going to throw down a Jellyfish Jam. I did a poll asking if you guys think I should do Jellyfish Jam in my showcases or not. It won pretty hard, I'm not going to lie. I think it was like 90 something percent, or like 90% to 10%. So I'm going to be using Jellyfish Jam in all my showcases just to show what they can do with that little bit extra. Because realistically, when you're using them, you're probably going to be using Jellyfish Jam. And I want to show what the character looks like when you're using the character. You know what I mean? So, yeah. We'll be back towards the end when we're about to lose. Alright, so we were able to make it to wave 350. Planktonomore was only able to go until 336. So he is definitely better than Planktonomore, which is what I thought. But it's just, maybe it's because I didn't test them in the exact same Davy Jones stage. Maybe that's why he didn't do as good. I don't know. But he's solid. He's definitely solid. I think that he should be way better. He's solid but underwhelming is what I would say. He should be way better. With that being said though, as always, if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. If you liked the video, remember to like and subscribe. I'm going to be making videos like this all the time. I love making showcases. If there's anything that you think I should do differently in the showcases, let me know. I'm always open to feedback. And with that being said, have a wonderful day. Peace.